What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with my comfort deck, Arceus VSTAR. If you've never seen Arceus VSTAR, well, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're newer because this card has been around for a minute, and it actually is probably, I think, the oldest card in the format. Or I think Brilliant Stars is like the oldest set still currently in it. So, if you don't know what it does, you got Trinity Nova, you got 200 damage, and you can attach 3 basic energy cards from your deck to any of your Pokemon V and play in any way you like. And then you also have the Starbirth ability, where once per game you can search your deck for 2 cards, stick them straight into your hand. So overall, this is going to be one of the most consistent cards that you can just build the deck around because you're swinging for good damage, you've got 280 HP, which is phenomenal, and you've got a great once per game ability to get you out of a bricked hand. So, I'm playing a 4-4 line of Arceus. That's it. That's pretty much the whole deck. We're just going to run Arceus. I'm pairing it with 3 copies of the Munkidori with Adrenabrain, where if there is a dark energy attached, you can move 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So, you could get some good healing on Arceus VSTAR, and then try to push for that one-shot damage. After doing 200 damage, you can move 30, 60 damage, you got some good tank potential, and boom, you're taking KOs. I'm also pairing this with 2 copies of Mimikyu. With the Safeguard ability, you prevent all damage done to this Pokemon from your opponent's EX and V, which certain decks, like Raging Bolt, which is like an auto loss for this deck, you can just tell them no, and their entire deck can't attack it unless they play, I don't know, like something like a Canceling Cologne or Slitherwings or something like that, and Raging Bolt has started to take some of those out of the deck, so honestly, 2 Mimikyu might be able to solo it. Or maybe they just play 1 Canceling Cologne and they can't deal with the second Mimikyu. I mean, there's options, and I feel like the matchups where Arceus VSTAR fails, you get a really good pivot and some great chip damage with Mimikyu here. Then you could also use Munkidori to heal your Mimikyu. So let's say your opponent can't evolve, like if you're playing against Charizard and they have to use Charmanders. Well, you can take Munkidori, you can move the damage counters off of Mimikyu onto their Charmanders and take more KOs that way too. So there's a lot of fun plays you can get with Mimikyu. And then I'm also playing this deck with Radiant Greninja for the draw engine, but also for Moonlight Shuriken. I figured since we got Crispin, where we can put 2 basic energy cards, 1 into our hand, 1 attached to a Pokemon, well, what's stopping us from playing Dark, Water, and Psychic? Since I can use Crispin to get a Water energy and any other type of energy that I have in the deck, attach it to Greninja that way. In the turn before, I could set up a Water energy on Greninja, and boom, I got a lethal bench sniping attacker, which can swing really well into evolution decks or clean up KOs that on maybe a Pokemon Arceus didn't KO. So, you know, there's a lot of synergy between these 3 Pokemon. I think it's pretty fun, and as all my Arceus deck goes, I try to make them as consistent as possible, and also use as much hand disruption as possible. So we're playing 4 copies of Judge, 3 copies of Iono, and our ace-spec, you guessed it, Unfair Stamp. Whatever your hand is, I'm trying to control the size. Even if you got access to Fez, I'm not necessarily taking a KO every turn, because I'm 2-shotting a lot of cards, so I kind of like having a lot of hand disruption, since it kind of fights back against that Fezandipity that you're banking on for big hand sizes. Well, I might not be taking a KO, I might be setting up damage so I can use Munkidori later in the game or something like that. So I love having a lot of hand disruption in Arceus decks. It also means that I don't have to worry about researching away any valuable materials, and in case I have to get rid of them with something like Ultra Ball, which is the only direct discard card in my deck, or Lost Vacuum, just to get rid of like tools or stadiums, like a neutralization zone, something like that. I mean, obviously if I vacuum something away, it's in the loss zone, that thing is in the no-no zone, I'm never getting it back for the rest of the game. But if I Ultra Ball, get rid of maybe Arceus VSTAR, maybe I have to get rid of like a Munkidori or something, I need it back, maybe I just got rid of too many energy, well, I'm playing 1 copy of Rod, so I can just bring some energy back into the deck. I feel like, I don't know, I've been playing Arceus for a very long time. I feel like I really rarely ever need more than 1 Rod. If I do, I'm probably too far behind where that's not the only thing that went wrong this game. So I'm totally fine with just playing 1 Rod. In terms of the other 1-ofs before the supporter line, you know, we got 1 energy switch, so I can actually, if you're thinking back to that Crispin play, I can use energy switch to move an energy off an Arceus V that I might have set up with a Trinity Nova, put it on Greninja, Crispin, boom, we're swinging Moonlight Shuriken out of nowhere. So energy switch is also kind of a clutch card. We're playing 4 Nest Balls, 4 Ultra Balls, as well as 2 Capturing Aromas, just to get as much Pokemon search as possible, as well as 1 Pokégear to make sure I'm digging out the right supporter when I need need it, I'm thinking specifically to that end game. We don't have a very solid draw engine. Our only draw engine is Greninja plus top deck, so you know, a lot of times this gear in the late game can clutch up. I'm also playing one copy of Switch to make sure that I'm using the attacker I want every turn, and my opponent doesn't have an insane way to boss, you know, like Gust Stall, different Pokemon, because I can attack with pretty much every Pokemon in this deck. Now, for the fun supporters, I mentioned the Judge, mentioned the Crispin. We do have 2 bosses orders, but I am playing 2 copies of Cheren's Care, so if my opponent does not take one-hit KOs on my Arceus V-Stars, well, I can just pick the whole thing up, put it into my hand, promote a different Arceus V-Star or Mimikyu or something like that, and then boom, we're swinging for some more damage. I could start setting up Arceus V-Star again. So, I don't know. Honestly, to be 100% transparent with people, I had a pretty rough day at work today. I know this is the day where Prismatic Evolutions is live, but I record my videos the night before, and it's not while I'm recording this. So I figured my last deck for Surging Sparks, I just kind of needed a day to go back to my comfort deck, regardless of how good a pick it actually is. I feel like Arceus is always solid. It's always very consistent. I feel like there's always a lot of fun you could have with the builds, because it's just such an, that's not the card, it's just such a, like, open attacker. It's a colorless Pokemon. I could use whatever energy I want. Starbirth pairs with literally anything. I can use more V Pokemon. I don't have to in a build like this. I'm just relying on Arceus. There's just a lot you can do with it. So, you know, I figured this would be fun. A good way for me to decompress. Also get out a fun deck there. And end Surging Sparks, the videos, the showcases for it on a pretty high note. So I definitely hope you guys enjoy the video. And I definitely can't wait to get into these 3 matches. But before I do, just wanted to remind everyone, if you haven't seen that TCG Player affiliate link, I got the link in the description down below. If you're going to TCG Player for any cards, any decks, any deck accessories, you name it, for whatever card game you're playing, period, it's on TCG Player. So click on the link, order stuff as you normally would, and I mean, you'll be supporting the channel. So thank you so much to everyone who's been doing that. Plus, we got the Rogue Regionals on February 8th. That will be a massive streamed event between my buddies and I, where we are all playing some insane Rogue lists, where we will see what Rogue deck is the best out right now between us. So definitely tune into that stream. I'll be doing a bunch of giveaways, bunch of polls, whole bunch of fun. It'll be awesome. Tune into that. Now that all that is said and done, let's get into today's video and see how well Arceus V-Star closes out the Surging Sparks format. Welcome to match number 1. My opponent won the coin flip, chose to go first, and is playing Tatsugiri Duskull. So well, I got nothing. I got no idea what this is. But Duskull comes out tomorrow, and it's Dragapult. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Big burp there. Dragapult Dusknoir. I think this matchup is... Actually, I have no idea how this is going to go, to be honest. I mean, we can use Cheren's Care very, very well in this matchup. That is for sure. But our follow-up after that is kind of interesting, depending on where they spread those damage counters around. For now, we are going to see what we could Capturing Aroma into. We do get a Tails, which is huge. So... that is an Arceus V if I've ever seen one, and I'm not gonna lie, if I've ever needed a Pokégear to hit, it's right now. I need a Judge, Crispin, Iono, I need something. Ooh. Now there's a good chance my opponent's gonna Iono next turn. I am tempted to actually Crispin and just get some energy attached. Bank on their Iono. That will allow me to Arceus V-Star next turn and keep our hand, which actually isn't bad. Our hand is pretty good now that I think about it. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, you know, I could even Crispin to the active on some Mimikyu, and I could just swing for KO on Tatsugiri. But I don't know. I kind of like saving the Mimikyu. I kind of want to just start setting up the Arceus, just so next turn Arceus is ready to rumble. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to smack down Munkidori. My opponent's probably going to play the Iono. I am going to Crispin. I am going to take out Water Energy, Psychic Energy. That way there's 3 of each left in the deck. It really doesn't matter which I put into my hand, because both are being attached to Arceus. I am just going to switch into Arceus. And now is the choice on who we Trinity Charge into, because I actually, I don't really know. Or what we take. I mean, obviously it's going to this Arceus V. I don't know which energy is the most beneficial. I'm going to take the Psychic here. We just have, like, the least chance of needing Psychic for Mimikyu. I really might only need 1 Mimikyu max this match. Dark Energy on Munkidori is great healing. I really can get full value out of that. And if I could pull off a Greninja play this game, oh my god, good night Streaks. That would be phenomenal. So my opponent naturally had Dusclops and Dracloak in hand, and they get Arven off Tatsugiri, which might mean they are not playing Iono. And they are going to look to go for potentially Rare Candy, Sparkling Crystal, Dragapult EX. And then they need a switch card as well to get Tatsugiri out of the active, unless they attach Retreat, which is very, very possible, honestly. And also wildly annoying. So we'll see. If not Arven, Iono is a fine alternative, although they would be giving me 6 cards in hand. They don't know, however, that I have the perfect card in my hand already. So although I'm getting a new 6, losing Arceus would hurt, but my opponent is just going Arven. So we'll see what they take. I'm assuming it's going to be Rare Candy Sparkling Crystal. And if they don't use that Sparkling Crystal yet, honestly, I could even Arceus V-Star, try to look for my Lost Vacuum. Maybe Iono, hope I hit it. Just because I do need a little more of a setup. I could Judge, too. My setup isn't bad. It's just not great right now. Ideally, we get 2, maybe even 3 Arceus in play this game. I mean, Cheren's Care, again, the more we get in our deck, the better Cheren's Care. 1, we'll be able to find. 2, we'll be able to use. And they actually go Nest Ball, Forest Seal, Stone, so maybe they're going to go Rotom, which would be a huge 2-prize liability that I could take advantage of. And they are going to go Rotom, which means they also have Forest Seal and Stone for it, but they didn't take Sparkling Crystal, so unless it's already in hand, I can't imagine that's what they're looking for with Rotom, or they would have just taken it to pull off the attack. They have 5 cards in hand. They need Rare Candy, Sparkling Crystal, Dragapult EX, and a Switch. They're going to go Curse Blast now. Do they actually have the KO? Oh my gosh, stop it. That's scary. They need 4 cards to pull off this combo, and my opponent has 5 cards in hand. They need 3 of them already in their hand. We get a double Turbo Energy, not the most help. Buddy Puffin is 1. Yeah, wait, Rare Candy, Dragon Ball DX, Sparkling Crystal, Energy, or Switch card. They need 4. They have 4 cards in hand. There's no way they pull this off real quick. They are going... Oh, this is terrifying. If they pull off this KO, I have no words. 0 words. I would be so amazed. 5 cards. What do they got? I've outlined it 7 times. Counter Catcher. Ah, the stall play. That would make sense. We did burn our Switch. Well, I'm not afraid to burn our Retreat as well. Our manual attach if we need. And you know what? A little energy switch to the active. I don't think ever hurt anyone, to be fair. So what I could do, I could evolve here. Energy switch to active? Don't feel too bad. And then what? We Starbirth for Judge? Right? Come on. Maybe even Boss. Boss Energy doesn't feel bad either. Take that Dreepy with the energy attached. What? Although they have 7 cards in hand. I really do want to Judge them. And we know one is Iono. I don't know. Give me a Judge. Judge is the safer play. And, is there anything else I really need to take? Anything else I could play right now? Probably a Nest Ball. Get another Arceus down. Don't feel too bad either. If I have to retreat with Mimikyu, I retreat with Mimikyu. It's not the end of the world. If I want to attack with Mimikyu, well, I attack with Mimikyu. That's fine too. Let's take these guys. I like these guys the most. I do have a manual attachment still too. I could literally attach his DT to Arceus and be fine, but it just feels like kind of a waste. It does guarantee me the attack though, rather than attacking with Tatsugiri. Attacking with Mimikyu. I do... Although, is attacking with Mimikyu even that bad? Because then they have to go Gust again. No. Attacking with Mimikyu is actually fine. You know what? Let's take some KOs with Mimikyu. Yeah, why not? Smack the DT there. A bit of a waste, I know. But don't worry about it. We're fine. We'll figure it out. However, we got to figure it out. And, you know, we got 2 more energy and Cheren's Care anyways out of the Judge. So, we're actually in a solid spot here, depending on what I judged my opponent into. For now, though, we're going to take another prize card. I got a double Turbo Energy for an Arceus V or V-Star that is on our bench. And I can see what the play is from here. If I got a Dark Energy, not that I'm going to get picky and start complaining, but if I got a Dark Energy and I was able to start Munkidori right now, oh my god, that would have been nuts. My opponent promotes Dracloak. They need Dragapult EX Crispin to pull off an attack. However, if they attack our Mimikyu, they will do 0 damage. They are only able to spread 6 damage counters to the bench, which is not anything too phenomenal. It's not anything too game-changing. If I'm not scared of it, well, I've got Cheren's Care in hand. I'll pull it off now, which honestly wouldn't even be that much of a waste. And they go Rare Candy into their Dragon Ball EX on the bench. Now they need to switch out from their active, which that could be something they don't have in hand. I don't know how many Switch cards Dragon Ball EX plays. I'd imagine it's not an insane amount. And they go Iono, putting us to a new 4 cards. Kind of a shame. We did have a solid hand. And honestly, this one might be even better. I'm not going to lie. That Dark Energy I was talking about, well, I'm staring at it. Boss's orders too. Good night. Good night. Yeah, I'll take that. Who would I even want to take with Boss? There's actually... I got some options here. They go Instant Charge. Oh, man. Oh, that actually, I kind of want to abuse their, what do you call it? Their active Dracloak. Although getting some early damage onto Dragon Ball EX doesn't feel too bad either. But they still need Gust for that as well, and I'm not too scared of that. You know, I think I'm going to just take the KO and Dracloak this turn. I'm just going to put the energy on Munkidori. Going to move all the damage counters to Dracloak. Swing a Ghost Eye. I've got Boss's Orders in hand. I can use that whenever I need to. Got it. Tails as well. I think I'm going to take another Munkidori. I'm just going to hold it in hand, though. Just in case. I think for now... Right, because I could move the 30 damage to Dragon Ball EX. Start setting that guy up for a KO, but I kind of want to just take as many prize cards as I can, I feel like. I don't want to gust up Dragon Ball in the active, because then they could start swinging. They probably have a Boss's Orders or something like that in hand. I just want to limit their draw engine the best I can. Take another prize card is huge, and save Boss. Saving Boss is super nice. So we'll heal our Arceus up down to 260. So the one more Munkidori means that they can put their Phantom Dive, they can put all the damage counters on this guy who would have 200 HP left, but on our turn, we can use Munkidori again, get off of that, so they won't be able to KO us perfectly. For now, we're just going to Ghost Dive. Just take that KO I was talking about. So now we're up 3 prize cards. Dragon Ball EX can 100% make this comeback. We don't have the perfect setup. We're kind of, I was going to say an energy short for Arceus to attack. Well, I found that energy, so we're okay. We can at least get 3 more energy set up to our Arceus V-Star. We don't have a big draw engine right now, but I am one Unfair Stamp away from really getting after my opponent, and they got Dusknoir. Okay, here's where things get complicated. They can use Dusknoir. They can give us another prize. That just means I have to go Boss's Orders on Arceus V-Star to close, or it's a on Arceus V-Star. Yeah, I'm playing Arceus V-Star first. Good job. All I would have to do is go Boss's Orders on Rotom if they rip a Dusknoir play this turn. And just take out a Rotom V with a fully set up Arceus. Or even if I can't, oh, actually, no, because I can Munkidori to it. Ooh, they go Curse Blast on who? Who are you taking out, Arceus? Do you have a boss in hand? That'd be a little devastating, I'm not going to lie. Same play, though. We still got the play, so we're going to take 1 prize card here. Rotom is our target to close out the game. We got Judge in hand as well. My opponent needs a Boss's Orders or a Counter Catcher. They have not played a supporter yet. They have 11 cards in hand, 19 in the deck. They haven't played any Gust. There's a huge chance they have one, actually. They played 1 Counter Catcher. Yeah, there's a huge chance they have Boss's Orders. If they don't, I'd be so shocked. And it would be game. Because I just retreat, Munkidori, Boss Rotom, use some Adrena Brain, boom. That's the walking through this deck, if that's all they do. But we'll see what they do. There's no way they don't have it, right? You took it another GP with Nest Ball. They're not doing anything. I feel like if they had the boss, easy smack, and it's Arven. For Counter Catcher, though. You gotta play 2 Counter Catcher, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And we played our Energy Switch, so that's not really a play we could bank on. I still got Mimikyu. They go Counter Catcher onto Arceus V-Star. That's all good. That's all good. That hurt a bit. I'm not going to lie. It hurt a little bit. Not the end of the world. We'll make it work. However, we got to finish out this game. We will do it. We got a Judge in hand. And honestly, a Radiant Alakazam makes things annoying because they can put damage counters on Mimikyu. They're taking 3 prize cards this turn. All right. We're on the clock. That's all good. I was born to be on the clock. We're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah, so they're going to put 2 damage counters on the Mimikyu. That allows them to go Phantom Dive, take the KO. They're going to take the KO on Mimikyu too. Actually, that does make it really complicated because there's now no chance I can set up Arceus this turn unless I top deck Crispin. But Arceus can live an attack, and that's really all I needed to do. So my opponent is going to take 3 prize cards here. I have the double Turbo Energy in hand. We can make this work. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. So what do I do here? What do I do? We got the energy there, which does feel pretty good. I think for now, we're going to play Munkidori. I'm going to play the Adrena Brain. Going to move an energy to Rotom. So now it's got 180 HP left, which is good because Arceus is swinging 180. I'm going to attach a double turbo energy. My opponent's hand is just a bit too big for me to feel comfortable. I think I like the judge play here. Keep the boss in deck. I don't want to thin that out. I need that to take out Rotom. So and we got boss. We don't have an energy though. Oh no. That's not good. Alright. Well, we're going to Ultra Ball these guys. We got boss. We're one card away. I'm going to take a third Munkidori, keep it in the hand. I'm going to pass it to my opponent. How many energy do we have left in the deck? A bunch. We played 16 energy in this deck. I'm pretty certain. We've played 4. There's 6 energy in play. There's 8 energy left in the deck. But if I get like a Crispin or something, that actually wouldn't save me, I'm not going to lie. Because I need a Crispin and... I need to get an energy and go boss's orders. If I don't, we are in a pretty trash spot, I'm not going to lie. If we don't pull that off. Man, this makes things so much more complicated. Of course, I can't just have an easy game. I can't just figure something out nice and simple. Well, that's alright. At least they can't use Flip the Script. Their hand is only down to 4 cards. They can recon Directive. They can do a little bit of searching, hopefully not much. And Iono would actually feel pretty bad. We would lose a boss's orders. And Judge, I wouldn't mind. Gives me a chance to get the boss's orders in my hand back into play. If there was a way I could have pulled off Greninja this game, that would have been so huge. But nope, my opponent is just going to Phantom Dive, put 60 damage on a Munkidori, which is fine because I can Adrenabrain that guy, make sure they don't take the KO next turn on it, and close out the game. And we get the Psychic Energy top deck. That is exactly what we needed. So honestly, I'm just going to Adrenabrain Rotom or Fez. Give me the Fez, man. Fez is a little bit more fun. This guy's at 180. Attach a Psychic Energy. Play the boss. Give me the Fez. Bada bing, bada boom. That's match 1. Down to the wire, I'm not going to lie. Literally down to a top deck. But that's all I needed. I needed that for the day. I'm not going to lie. Like, my day outside of this channel, I needed that. That one made me feel better. So let's take it into match number 2. See if we can keep up the vibes, guarantee the positive record with my dog Arceus VSTAR. Welcome to match number 2, where I open up with a phenomenal Arceus hand. Attach pad, draw attach pass, baby. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Depending on what my opponent's playing, we could be in for a really rough game or a really good game. My opponent leads Teal Mask Ogerpon, which I figured. If it's Regidrago, we got a shot. If it's Raging Bull, it's going to be a lot harder. But if it is Raging Bull, double Mimikyu, about to clutch up the entirety of the game. I will flip the Capturing Aroma, get a heads. And as great as that feels, I actually really don't, want to take an Arceus VSTAR there. Because if they Iono me or judge me, there's less of a chance that I can find another. We already have one in hand. I'm actually just going to fail this. I am, however, going to bench Mimikyu, attach the water energy to the active, because Psychic Energy is going to be the one needed. I'm not going to need the water energy for Greninja against Regidrago or Raging Bull as much, or the dark energy for Munkidori as much as I will need Mimikyu. And they get rid of Teal Mask Ogerpon. Oh my gosh. I have no idea what I'm playing against. That always means it's going to be a fun match, if nothing else. It just means I'm going to have a ton of fun. They play the Terra Orb. They can run Terra Orb all they want. I lied, actually. They didn't need to do that. They get rid of the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. Yep. All right, well, that's going to be an annoying one to deal with. It's a quad Ogerpon deck, and by quad, I mean Teal Mask Ogerpon, Cornerstone Ogerpon, Wellspring Ogerpon, and probably the Fire Ogerpon if I had to take a guess. So not quad in the sense of 4, like quad Thorns, but quad in the sense of 4 different types of Ogerpons that I'm staring down. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, I'm not going to lie, might be the most annoying thing known to man. However, I can get a good attack off with my active, and then I can Munkidori it, because they don't swing for weakness. So that actually is kind of huge. We get Energy Switch there as well. It's not bad, actually. So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to Nest Ball. I'm going to take down another Arceus or a Munkidori. I'm going to take down another Arceus to get energy attached. And then I'm going to Starbirth. I'm going to take double Turbo Energy. Definitely going to play another Mimikyu. I love the Mimikyu route in this matchup. I'm going to take a double Turbo Energy. I'm also going to take Nest Ball and get a Munkidori down now. Nest Ball, double turbo. I know this seems insane. Rock with me. I need to deal with this Cornerstone Ogerpon. And what I need to do to deal with that. So they're going to use the Ogerpon item, not Arceus, I need Munkidori. They're going to, I forgot what, it's like Ogerpon's Mask or something like that. And it basically just replaces an Ogerpon inactive with an Ogerpon in bench, if I'm not mistaken. Damage counters, energy, everything. Just completely replaces it. The reason why that's so important, you know what, let's take a water energy here. So the reason I took the Nest Ball, so I can energy switch to Munkidori. If they replace this Ogerpon with this Ogerpon, I can't attack them because of abilities, but what I can do is move 30 damage from my active Ogerpon with Adrenabrain over onto their active, and then get around that KO. So that's going to be the most effective way for us to deal with Cornerstone Ogerpon as a whole. Mimikyu, surprisingly not as effective, although I do block all damage from EXs. If you're unfamiliar with Ogerpon, this Ogerpon's attacks, you prevent all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability, sure. So we can't attack with Arceus, excuse me, that's not what I was going into. Demolish. This attacks damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So the ability that we have in play, I dropped the card, I'll get that later. The ability we have in play, man, they get the stadium, that's annoying too. Oh my god, if they got the mask, actually, they could pull it off this turn, we can't even take the KO. They have Shred, is what I was getting at. They get Bravery Charm too. Oh my god, that's so annoying. They go Myriad Leaf Shower, that's fine, actually. Not fine, not the most ideal, but it's definitely... Oh, actually, no, I got Cheren's Care, so that's fine. That legitimately is fine. Okay, so we're gonna energy switch, move the Dark Energy to Munkidori here. I am going to Cheren's Care my active. So happy I could pull that play off in a match for everyone. And then we are going to evolve into Arceus V-Star again. Attach the water energy to active. Oh no, I should have used Adrenabrain first. Oh, I'm such an idiot, man. I don't think ever in my life do I think. I should have done Adrenabrain, put it on the bench Pokemon to get some more damage down. Total misplay on my end. Total misplay. I don't really have room for another Munkidori, so I'm just going to take the Dark Energy. Ah, man. I'm really upset about that one, too. I'm not going to lie. That was a bad one. That was a bad misplay. That totally could become relevant. If I could bump the stadium, they do have the Bravery Charm in play, too. It's just, as damage on Ogerpon that's wasted, and when I'm staring down such a lethal attacker that honestly could get around this deck pretty well, that can really hurt me. And that's why I'm so upset with myself for that. They got the Nest Ball. We'll see what they get down here. They get Pheasantipity down, so yeah, they could just draw out of this hand. Oh, man. Man, dude, I totally deserve that, too. I am off my game today. Off my game. I had a rough day at work. I know it's not an excuse. It's just taking its toll, man. My brain is not functioning at the highest level. I'm recording this a lot later than I normally do, but I just needed to decompress. That's why I brought it back to Arceus. But here I am, playing Arceus, playing my comfort deck, still misplaying, man. I mean, it's just one of those days, so I apologize for the dumb mistakes. But they get another Bravery Charm down too, and Iono. It's all good. We'll figure it out. However we gotta do it. However we gotta do it. We got the Vacuum. We could get rid of the Stadium or the Tool. I'm not sure which yet. I think first we have to figure out how we would KO a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon in the active before I worry about which I take away. They get the Vessels. They could get more energy in hand. They could get more Grass energy, so they could keep using the Teal Mask Ogerpon. I am swinging 200 this turn. If I got a boss, I could have taken a KO on Fez if I got rid of the Stadium. And they get another Bravery Charm for Fez. Alright, well, that play went away. They go Myriad Leaf Shower. That's okay. Swinging 210. I got no problems with that at the moment. I mean, that's a lot of damage, but we're up 2 prize cards. That is very important. For now, we can Arceus V-Star. That should have been 60 damage here. It might not actually be relevant. Although, no, it would have, because then next turn I could have just taken a Munkidori KO that way. But it's okay. It happens. That's what happens, man. That's what happens when you watch GinJTCG videos. You get some misplays every now and then. Okay. What do we do? Go Judge. My opponent wants to put me at 4 cards. I'm going to put them at 4 cards. Let's bring it back to basics. So let's move past this. I get Rod, Aroma, Crispin. Honestly, fine cards to get. I can Capturing Aroma here, which is good. I got a Psychic Energy I could use on Arceus or on Mimikyu. Honestly, I don't hate either. How many energy do we have left in the deck? I don't really need to put it on Arceus because I can get some more energy here. I might need an energy on Mimikyu to pull an attack off with that. He actually did buff our HP on our Pokemon, which is kind of funny. But Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon still does KO all. And we have Crispin in hand, but that's not going to help us if I get all the energy out of my deck, huh? I'm at a little bit of a loss, I'm not going to lie. I might have to Rod back some energy after my opponent takes it. Oh, actually, you know what? They'll take a KO. I have Rod. I can get energy back that way. That's fine. Okay. Okay. That's okay. All right, we're good. We're good. Overthinking this. Overthinking this for no reason. Swing 200. We got this. You got this. You got this. All right. And we'll take the 2 energy out of the deck. Take 1 energy out of the deck. All we need is 1 backup attacker. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, this feels good. This feels good. They'll KO my active, no problem. I'll Rod back my energy. I can go Crispin, and I can't take the KO though. Not with Mimikyu at least. I have to go in with Arceus. That hurts a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. That's okay. To get Legacy Energy. Ooh, that's so annoying, man. Fun deck. Super, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Ogre's Mask. I'm like freaking out. I'm like so wired by the dumbest things right now. Yeah, so my opponent replaces it. They can switch any attached cards, damage counters, everything they want. And they choose the Wellspring Mask. Ogerpon, okay. Oh. So they can take multiple KOs potentially, set up multiple KOs. Yeah. You know what? That's kind of interesting. I kind of like that play. That was a fun play for my opponent, I'm not going to lie. It was a really, really fun play from them. How do I respond the best with that? I could go Arceus V-Star. That's what my opponent expects me to do. However, I could take a KO on their active if I go promote Mimikyu, use Crispin, set up Mimikyu, use Munkidori, start healing the Arceus. I can match my opponent on fun plays. I can do this. We get Ultra Ball. Alright. Rod first. Slow our roll down. Play smart, play safe, play effective. Crispin. We definitely want the Psychic Energy in our hand. I'll also just thin a water card out of the deck. I really don't want to accidentally set up Greninja because Terra Pokemon don't take any bench damage. So that's really not going to help me too much. I'm going to attach the Water Energy to my Mimikyu's hand. To Mimikyu. I have a Psychic Energy in hand. I wish I knew the best placement for this. I'm not going to lie. I don't. I kind of want to just hold it. I don't know if I want to put it on Munkidori. I don't know if I want to put it on Mimikyu. Probably don't want it on Arceus V-Star. It's only got 1 energy attached. It really doesn't help. And I might need the Psychic if I want Munkidori or Mimikyu to attach. I think right now we go Adrenabrain. We just worry about taking our KO. We just throw this damage here. Swing with Ghost Eye. Put my opponent at 200 or 300 damage on the dot. 10 damage over. Take 2 prize cards. We got a single prizer in the active who could really start laying into my opponent. They need another Ogre's Mask, and we get 2 more energy. Okay, that takes off some of the energy pressure. Now I can attach a Psychic Energy to Mimikyu, probably, depending on how my opponent responds. If they go another Ogre's Mask, and they get Cornerstone Ogerpon down, maybe I go Munkidori and I just confuse them at that point. Might be our best play. They can go flip the script. We don't have a draw supporter really either, which does hurt. If I could have swung into an Ogerpon before, and they got the Legacy Energy too, so I theoretically need to take 2 more KOs. Unless I could KO something on their bench, which would feel pretty good. They might not even play 4 Ogre's Masks, potentially. That would be insane, though. There's no way they don't, right? That's a fun deck. You know, I've meant to visit that deck like a few different points. Single Boss's Orders to take the KO on Arceus V-Star. That makes sense. That makes sense. They're scared, though. They're scared. That's for sure. They're panicking a little, but we could get much needed chip damage done on the active Ogerpon, which feels pretty good, too. So I'll take 2 prize cards, and I think I just can keep promoting Mimikyu here. I got no problems promoting Mimikyu every time. Definitely going to get some energy. Smackdown. Oh, the double turbo's huge on Arceus V-Star. You know, honestly, I might retreat here. Right? Do I ever retreat here? Just swing for 200. They swung for 210 last time. If they get 2 more energy attached, which they easily could, that would add 60. It'd be 270 damage. That would not be enough to KO, I believe. Yeah, that might be the play. Could Ultra Ball, get rid of some more energy. That doesn't feel great either. Maybe I do just swing with Mimikyu. But then, I don't know. They swing, then Arceus is damaged. This guy does have the legacy. That does make things really complicated. I'm just going to swing with Mimikyu here. Just going to go Ghost Eye. Sure, I could swing with Arceus. That's not going to do me any favors. Next turn it would, however, though. Because I could take the... No, I can't. No, I can't. They get another Bravery Charm down. That's 4, though. They got no more Bravery Charms. They really don't need more Pokemon, though, now that I think about it. And they get more energy down on their benched Teal Mask Ogerpon, which is okay. That's not their active. And their active is what I'm worried about, because that's the guy that could boss KO potentially Oko Arceus V-Star later in the game. If they get more energy. They're down a fair bit of energy, though. They're down 1 Luminous Energy, 1 Legacy Energy. There is 5 Grass Energy in play, 2 in discard. That's 7, 9 energy. They've used 3 Vessels. Alright. This is a tricky position. Judge, Unfair Stamp. Ooh, that'd feel great. But then they'd have to take a KO for Unfair Stamp if I want to use Unfair Stamp, which doesn't make me feel great. That's what I was worried about. That guy stresses me out. That could one-shot Arceus V-Star. Doesn't he swing 280? Isn't it like 140 plus 140 if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution? Is that the guy I should be, like, crying about? It might be. And they go Morty's Conviction. They can draw 3. Discard 1, draw 3, and they get rid of the Hearthstone Ogerpon. That's definitely what it is. Wrathful Hearth. Ah, man, that's a fun top attack. But yeah, it is 280 damage with Dynamic Blaze, but they're not likely to pull it off. I forgot it is 3 fire energy. My opponent only has 1 rainbow energy on each Pokemon. They can use the top attack, though, and they retreat. Actually, that's good. My opponent retreating is a really, really good thing right now. So next turn, now they could go boss KO on Arceus V-Star if they get 2 energy attacks next turn and they just pass. Okay, so we could get good chip damage down. We can Unfair Stamp, assuming that they take a KO, but that doesn't feel very likely for us. So I think what I want to do here is just set up another Mimikyu. So if I need, I could go back-to-back Mimikyus. Put 7 damage counters on my opponent's active. And we'll see how my opponent responds. They need a manual attach plus a Teal Dance. And then and Boss's Orders. 3 cards. And they can one-shot Arceus V-Star win the game right now. Be devastating, I'm not going to lie. It would be devastating. There's the Teal Dance. They could draw a card. I don't want to fall like this. Not today. Not today. That would hurt. That would hurt. With my boy Arceus V-Star. It's such a fun deck, though. They go Ogre's Mask. No. They get Cornerstone Ogerpon. Alright. Now, a sort of race is starting, if you will. And they go Briar. Stop it. And they swing with Demolish for KO, taking 2 prize cards. That one hurt. I'm not gonna lie. That one got to me. That one got to me pretty bad. Alright. Was that match 2? I don't even remember. I'm like so zoned right now. That was match 2. Well, it was a fun match 2. I'm upset about it. I'm a little salty after that one. I was so excited to take that deck down. But Briar, falling to Briar is just so upsetting. I'm not going to lie. So anticlimactic. Let's get into match number 3. I got some work to do for it. I'll see you there. Welcome to match 3. I have taken 2 mulligans, which is always fun to close out a rough day. Match number 2. I'm really just salty about match number 2. And we're up against Dragapult Dusknoir. Okay, so it's going to be a similar match to, I believe it was match number 1 or my warm-up game. Honestly, I'm getting so tired that I'm blanking on which game was which at this point. Okay, we've got Arceus's favorite turn though. Attach. Do I bench a Mimikyu ever? I'm not going to yet. And pass. My hand is fine for next turn. I've got Ultra Ball. I can easily get rid of Mimikyu and probably my top deck, take out Arceus V-STAR, and then I can rip the Judge. And that massive hand my opponent has because of my mulligans, well, I'll just put it back down to 4. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Jump scare. I have a cat. Her name is Happy. She's blind. She has finally found the first toy that she's obsessed with playing. It happens to be one of my socks, and she was just playing with it and ran into my closet. Yo, relax, bro. She be freaking out, I'm not gonna lie. She's a little crazy cat. She's mad fun. I was a little hesitant and a little scared about my decision. I thought maybe I made a rough decision. I've never owned a cat. I'm a dog guy through and through. Grew up with dogs. Never had a cat. Never owned a cat. Family never had one. Nothing. And here I am, moving out, getting a blind cat. I thought I bit off way more than I can chew. Yo, Happy's been my best friend, I'm not gonna lie. Like, me and her get along so well. She does amazing. She did scare me because she wasn't playing. Then I found the sock, whatever, long story short. Now she's a little demon with that sock. Her and that sock go to battle every day. For now, though, I need to focus on my game at hand. I'm not gonna lie, Happy Ramp, no idea what just happened. That's whatever's in this discard pile. You guys know better than I do. Was that a damage pump? What type of sorcery? What? Yo, that's wild. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Okay. No, I played Judge. Man, I was like, you know what? With a hand like this, I want to go boss DTE on Dreepy, but you know, kind of forgot the part where I you know, played Judge. So for now, we're just gonna go Starbirth, and I'm still gonna take boss DTE. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a bad play. Oh, you know what I could do too? No, I was gonna say I could pull off like an E-Switch Crispin combo. I need too much for that. Boss DT. Boss DT. Keep it simple, Chris. Simple is key. You're playing Arceus V-STAR. Don't get fancy. Get efficient. And we will swing with Trinity Nova, take the KO on Dust Gold. My opponent's got 2 Dreepies, 4 cards in hand. We'll see if any of them are playable. I am going to take 2 Psychic Energy, as well as 1 Dark Energy, just because I feel like 2 Munkidoris is plenty in a match like this. And if I can pull off a Greninja play at any point, I'm going to need those Water Energies in the deck. I guess I wouldn't mind 1 on Arceus V, so I could go Energy Switch, but it's cool, don't worry about it. We get a Nest Ball, so now I can start getting Munkidoris. Now I can Energy Switch the Dark Energy to Munkidori too. So that helps out a ton as well. My opponent will promote the Sparkling Crystal Dreepy. Tell me I judge them into Rare Candy Dragapult. I did. I know it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. They got rid of a Fire Energy. They're not going to take Dracloak. They never take Dracloak. They take Dragapult. And there's Arven for Rare Candy. Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't straight Rare Candy Dragapult. This might be worse, I'm not going to lie. This one hurts a little more. They get the Dragapult there. They got 2 cards in hand. They're swinging for 200 damage. It's not the end of the world. We're okay yet. It's just, I'm sad that I've been judging my opponents into like phenomenal hands almost every time. They put the damage, oh, okay, there it is on Arceus V and Radiant Greninja. Alright, that's fair. That's fair. Radiant Greninja will need 3 Phantom Dives to take it out. However, Arceus V could be bossed up and KO'd next turn, and we get a Crispin. That actually feels like a great supporter to use right now. And I could actually get Munkidori here, and I could heal this Arceus, so if they do have boss's orders, it hurts a little less. And I like that a lot, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to take the Water Energy and the Dark Energy. I'm going to attach, it doesn't really matter which goes in my hand. Crispin can attach the Water Energy to Greninja. I will attach the Dark Energy to Munkidori. And I think I'm still the most concerned with Adrenaline Braining, getting this 20 damage off of Arceus V, and just smacking it down on Dragapult. And now I can swing Trinity Nova for 180 damage, putting my opponent at 200 damage. I'm going to fail the Energy Search here. And balls in my opponent's court, they can take a 2-prize KO on Arceus V-STAR. If nothing else, I can swing with Power Edge and I can smack them for 130, take the KO. It does not feel too bad. I can even Munkidori, Munkidori. I could Adrenabrain, take 30 damage off Radiant Greninja, start just setting up another Dragon Ball. Maybe we could pull off an outcome. Top deck research. They had research and Iono. Man, I'm not good at this whole judge. I'm not good at this whole shuffling my opponent's hand into their deck. Oh my gosh, if I could pull off Crispin next turn. If I could top deck Crispin. Go Radiant Greninja. Take out... Well, actually, that wouldn't help me too much. I still do need to deal with their active, which they could painful spoons too. What are they going to do, actually? I'm, like, so curious. They're going to move damage off Radiant Greninja. Put it onto Arceus V. That makes the most sense, naturally. And then I'll probably just have to Iono next turn. I do need to deal with their active. How much energy are they down on this card? They're down a few. There's 3 energy in play. 2 fire, 1 psychic. Not as much as I was hoping. I was hoping to see a second in the discard pile. Because Dragon Ball has this funny thing of only playing 6 energy, and then sometimes losing matches because they can't retreat or get enough Dragon Balls to set up. And they will start loading damage on Arceus V-Star, which is fine by me. And 1 Munkidori, and my problems are solved with Arceus V-Star. Assuming I could Iono into, the V-Star, which... Lord only knows at this point. We do have Rod. I could play Rod. I don't know if I need to yet, to be honest. We'll see what my top deck is. Double Turbo Energy. Ah, man. I really don't need that right now. I don't think I Rod either. I could Concealed Cards. I do like having this DTE in the deck, but I do need to dig a little bit deeper. I'm gonna get rid of the Double Turbo. I could Rod back energy if I need. There it is. That feels so much better. All right. Now, what do I do? We're down 2 DT, couple energy. I don't think I used Rod yet. I'm not like crazy for energy. I need more Arceus and stuff on the bench. So I go Iono, put my opponent back down to 4 cards, and then Adrenabrain. I mean, pretty much no matter what, I'm moving energy off of, I guess, Arceus V. If I move 30 damage off Arceus V, we'll be at 230. They'll have to evolve into Dusclops, give us a prize card. Maybe I put it on Dracloak. Actually, you know what? I could go Nest Ball. You know what? No. I'm going to go Nest Ball and take out another Munkidori. I'm going to attach to it now. Healing 60 a turn. That feels so good. Actually, I could KO Duskull right now. Oh, man. Stop playing. Or I could put 60 damage on Dracloak. That feels great, too. Because then when they swing into my active, I could put 60 more, which will be 120. Boom, that's a KO on Dragon Ball EX. Oh, man. Actually, I think that's the better play for us. I could deal with this Duskull whenever I want, man. I could deal with this guy anytime. However, Dragon Ball is tanky. To be able to potentially one-shot Dragon Ball with Arceus V-Star feels huge. So, now we swing, take the KO. We're at 3 prize cards. If my opponent wants a Duskull, honestly, let him at this point. Let him. I really kind of wanted another Arceus V that hand, but that play felt so good with double Munkidori. Now I can deal with the 1 Dragon Ball EX, and that's the only Dreepy, Dracloak, Dragon Ball they've got in play right now. And we get an Arceus V out of the prize. All right. We're in the driver's seat. I feel better, man. I need to close out this match. For my mental health, for my sanity, for my soul, I need to close this one out. So bad. Oh, man. My opponent's got 5 cards in hand. They got 1 Recon Directive. That's so far all I know. If nothing else, I also have a Pocket Radiant Greninja play that I could do. They got the Psychic Energy needed. So all they need is Dragon Ball EX and they can attack. However, that will not save them in its entirety. I can still rip 2 Adrenabrains and KO an active Dragon Ball EX. So we'll see if they can pull that off. They got 5 cards in hand. Iono, Research, Arven, all of those cards. Ultra Ball. I was going to say Arven for Ultra Ball. Boom. They got Dragon Ball. They get rid of... Damn, what is this damage pump for? Actually, you know what? That could have saved them. I'm not going to lie. If they used that damage pump and they healed this Dracula 20 damage, that actually would have saved them from getting KO'd. That's really funny that that had to go. What are the other 2 cards in their hand? Why are there damage pumps in this deck? I am missing something. Right? I'm totally missing something. Why do they need to spread damage counters off of a Pokemon onto another? Maybe I guess it's just to heal Dragapult 20? But then I'm missing something. I'm totally missing something with that. They got Painful Spoons. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Oh, wait. No, because I was thinking Painful Spoons moves 20 damage from them onto us. I was like, that would heal 22. No, it just allows them to move some damage counters around, and now they can KO Munkidori here. Yeah, that's what they had to do. Ah, man, and I prized Munkidori, and they got Iono. Okay. That's alright. That's alright. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. However we gotta do it. And I got Judge, which is great for next turn. That's phenomenal. They can put 60 damage onto Arceus VSTAR. I can still Munkidori damage off of it. And I can still work for that KO on Dragapult EX. I got 3 cards in hand. I really don't want to judge them this turn, though, to be honest. They'll have 4 cards in hand. They did take a KO on Munkidori. Man, I knew it was too good to be true. You get a Switch card. Not bad. Let's get another Arceus down. I like a possible Cheren scare play. I'm going to go Judge. I need potentially a new hand. They got 4 cards. Judge is going to keep them at the same. So whatever happens, happens. Nothing I can do about it. We got a Capturing Aroma, Ultra Ball Switch. None of those are too insane. I'm going to use the Capturing Aroma. Doesn't hurt. If I flip heads, I can take an Arceus VSTAR now. Bang. Alright. Now we got a backup attacker. That's big. That's big right there. I can use Munkidori. Can Adrenabrain move 30 damage off of Arceus VSTAR onto Dragapult, and then swing with Trinity Nova for 200 damage. This is actually still a fine spot. We'll do this. Yeah. Dump all this damage onto Arceus. Okay, this is a fine spot. So, next turn, my opponent swings with their active. They put Arceus at 30 damage left. That doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I can Adrenabrain. I can put 30 damage onto Dragapult EX. They go Dusclops. That could change things, but then we only need 2 prize cards left. We just have to KO their active if they go Dusclops. That doesn't feel bad either. So if they want to go Dusclops, put damage onto Arceus VSTAR. We should still be okay. Because no matter how they do this Phantom Dive, a Pokemon should have 30 damage left to deal with Dragapult. Because theoretically, if they didn't want to do that, they'd have to go 2 damage counters on each bench Pokemon. If they do that, I can move damage off Radiant Greninja. And then if they don't put any damage on Greninja, that means they have to put at least 10 damage counters on Munkidori and Arceus, if not 4. We still got a line. We still got a line to close this out. I'm sorry, there's so much math going on in my head. So, what I'm thinking, if they KO my active with if they use Dusclops to KO my active with Phantom Dive, they still have to put damage counters on my bench, which allows me to use Munkidori to take a KO on Dragapult EX, because some Pokemon has to have 3 damage counters on it. Painful Spoons. That could be problematic. If they heal Greninja, that's the smartest play. They should put damage counters onto Greninja. No, that's fine. Totally fine. They could even go Counter Catcher. They can do whatever they want. We should still be good. They go Curse Blast. Yeah. So now we'll be ahead on prize cards. Oh. I didn't even think about them taking a Munkidori like that. No, but that's fine, because then I just swing into their active. Right? Am I missing something? Boss. Arceus. Let's take 3 prize cards. Okay, Arceus and Munkidori. I'm missing something. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I played my comfort decks to feel better, and I think I'm just more sad. I mean, those were some awesome matches. Truly down to the wire. Honestly, 2 of the most anticlimactic ways to lose, I'm not gonna lie. Was benching Arceus V there? Definitely was a mistake. There was no reason I should have done that, huh? There's no reason I should have. I just wanted a backup attacker, but for what, man? I knew they had Radiant Alakazam. That's nuts. Well, hey, that's how some videos go, man. Some decks, I mean, I wanted to say the consistency was there. I feel like I was in a rough spot hand-wise for a few of those points, so that's not even the best statement. I think that's just how the day is. I think sometimes the days just don't go the way you plan. The decks don't go the way you plan. I had this deck lined up on a day to make myself feel better and play something casual, enjoy it, and I honestly, what I go 1 and 2. It's not awful. 1 and 2 is not awful. I got smacked around a little though. I got beat up in ways I didn't feel like getting beat up today. That's gonna do it for today's video. I'm sorry that it couldn't end on a high note, couldn't clutch up a positive record, could not get that match number 3 win. I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. Again, I'm sorry for the misplays today. Honestly, just it wasn't my day. Today was a rough one, so yeah, I apologize. I definitely got to go check on my cat. She's actually sitting right next to me as we speak ever since she stopped playing with the sock that is behind her. Also lost the battle. I think me and the sock are on the same page today, I'm not going to lie. Me and the sock have both had a pretty rough day. So pray for us. Anyways, I will see you guys. The next video will be Prismatic Evolutions. So I've definitely got some fun decks planned for the start of that set. I can't wait to show you guys them. I hope you guys can tune into those. Check out the stream February 8th. And use my TCG player affiliate link if you're going to order stuff from Prismatic Evolutions. With that being said, stay epic. Peace.